I'm going to be doing something really out of my comfort zone today, and it's actually the scariest thing I've ever done online. And I hope you guys are really okay with this because I'm going to be just chit-chatting about my background while I curl my hair. So this is going to be a very raw and honest video. And if you're into this kind of chit-chatty video, leave me a comment down below. Today's video is going to cover domestic abuse and child abuse and plastic surgery and botox and stuff. So all of which might either trigger you or make you get really ragey. So if these are sensitive topics for you, please exit out. Okay. And if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Tina. Be sure you guys are following me on Instagram because that's where I am more often than not these days. Okay. So let's get started. So each pack came with 12 rollers and one hook for you to pull your hair through. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm Korean. A lot of people mistake me for another race, but I'm actually Korean American. I am mostly Korean, meaning my dad is half Korean and half white, and my mom is full Korean. I don't know if I'm supposed to twist it, but we're just gonna figure this out as I go along. Yeah, so we're gonna twist it, and then I'm gonna get a mirror. And pull it. So this is definitely not long enough at all. So what I'm going to do is just try to do it with 2 rollers each. Oh man. I mean, this produced the most gorgeous wave. I'm kind of worried that it's going to slip out, but for now it's fine. And I'm going to start taking bigger sections because I don't want to run out. So anyway, I know I don't talk about myself on YouTube because I'm pretty much an introvert, but very, very closed up introvert. That's why I don't really share much at all about myself, but I come from a very dysfunctional family. I've been on my own since I was 17. To tell you guys some about my background, my parents immigrated to the United States when I was 11, and then very shortly thereafter, my dad got into a very bad accident. He got struck by lightning. Well, he didn't get struck by lightning. All right, I'm laughing about this because what are the chances, right? He didn't get struck by lightning. The lightning struck something next to him. So he was really, really hurt, right? So he was in the hospital. He had brain damage. So that changed his personality drastically from a very nice guy to someone who was very abusive. I'm going to speed through this because it's hard to talk about, but I don't open up about anything on YouTube or anywhere else. So I want to tell you guys. So my dad got into a very bad accident very shortly after we immigrated to this country, and he had brain damage because of the incident. So he went from being a very nice guy to someone who he had mental issues. Like he couldn't remember something longer than 10 minutes. So if you told him something, 10 minutes later, he wouldn't remember it. And he also thought that my little brother, my youngest brother, I'm the oldest of 3, by the way. I have a younger sister and a younger brother. He also thought that my younger brother was not his, that my mom had an affair, and that's how my brother came to be. So he would beat my mother with a baseball bat all the time. And because I grew up with my mom always telling me that I had to take care of my little sister and brother, I would also try to take care of my mom while that was going on. So I would jump in front of my father beating the shit out of her. So that went on for a while until my mom just had to send him away because he was really dangerous to the kids. Okay, so that happened like all within like a year and a half or a year. And then my mom remarried because, you know, she immigrated to another country with no family. She didn't speak any English. She was just like a housewife. She just took care of the kids, and my dad would make the money. So, and then my dad got into that huge accident. He was in the hospital for like 6 months, literally. And my mom had to go get a job. She's never worked in our life. She didn't have a driver's license or anything. We used to live like in the projects, literally, and very, very poor. We're on welfare. Like when I was little, like 11, 12, I didn't understand that you're not supposed to get free lunch, but I went to school with free lunch. So that was going on. And then when my dad was sent to Korea because he was just so mental, my mom remarried because she needed to take care of the kids, right? and she married someone who was even worse. He ended up being an alcoholic. He ended up being just as abusive as my dad, my real dad. By the way, I haven't seen or talked to my dad since that time. So she married someone who was even worse than my real father, not really knowing him. And he ended up being extremely violent. He would break everything. He used to chase me around the house with a knife trying to kill me. He was also a pedophile. I mean, there were just, yes, I had a very, very rough childhood. And when I was 17, I left home, so I've been on my own since then. And then about 4 years later, I met my husband and we got married. And then I was introduced to my husband's family, and they are literally the Brady Bunch. You know, I tell you guys when I'm in Korea, and I get so many messages from people asking me about plastic surgery when I'm in Korea, because Korea is known to be the capital of plastic surgery. So I'm going to go over what I actually had done, because I know you guys want to know, and some people ask me anyway. So let me tell you guys, I do get Botox here. I get this done every 3 to 6 months, and I do it really naturally so that it's not frozen. So I get my Botox. Botox is not filler. Botox just freezes your muscles so that you don't have lines, or it shrinks things that you don't want, like your jawline. My jaw is naturally small. I don't have anything done to my jaw or anything, okay? So I only get my forehead Botoxed. I've tried getting the outer part as well, and that looked horrible for me because I just felt like it made my smile look really frozen. Because when you get Botox here, it makes your eyes bigger because you don't squint as much. Like, I have small eyes, so I thought maybe I'll just do it to make my eyes appear bigger when I smile, because when I laugh, you guys might notice that my eyes literally disappear. But I decided I didn't like that frozen look. Like, I would rather have like small tiny eyes and no expression. So I did that once and I didn't get it done after that. What else? Filler. I do get filler under my eyes and this part here, because I look so tired if I don't do it. And I've done it maybe twice. Okay, so this isn't like, I'm very, very cautious about what I do to my face, but I want to be honest with you guys. I'm very, very cautious, and you should be too. If you decide to do it, I'm not encouraging you guys to do it or discouraging you guys. It's your face, it's your money, it's your body, it's your life, okay? But just be careful and that you don't go crazy and just end up destroying your looks. Oh, I think you can take bigger sections. Yeah, so let's take bigger sections. I also get lip filler. I do it once a year. So I got this done about 9 or 10 months ago, but I don't do a lot. I do like 3/4 of a syringe. If you guys get lip fillers, you know how little that is. And I do that because I have wrinkles, from aging. So that gets filled. I've always had like naturally plump lips, and with age, you tend to become a raisin. So that's why I get that. And I focus mainly on my top lip. Okay, I also had my nose. I have a deviated septum, which means that it was slightly crooked inside the nose, and outside is open, mainly inside the nose, which made my voice very nasally. I didn't really notice a difference afterwards, but I think people said that it's less nasally. But yeah, so that's what I did. It didn't affect the way it looked because like I didn't do anything else except straighten it. Like, so you see here, there's nothing. So this is just like my nose straightened. What else? Ultherapy. I've done Ultherapy twice, and that was the biggest waste of money. If you guys are thinking about doing Ultherapy, in Korea it's called Ulthera, and in the US it's called Ultherapy for anti-aging. Ultherapy is tightening. It's supposed to give you guys some kind of like a lift. My battery died, so I had to change the battery. So anyway, as I was saying, Ultherapy is where they shoot laser into your skin to tighten, right? So it's like supposedly a facelift, but it's not. I saw no result whatsoever. Literally, if you guys go see the before and after, it's like you take a picture and then the next picture is like this. It's a waste of money. And I was a fool enough to do it twice because the doctor said, well, you know, the results are very gradual. You'll see it within 3 to 6 months. Okay, you guys, trust me on this. I've done it. It was a big fat waste of money. Luckily, I got it done in Korea where the price is like 1/3 of what it costs here in the US. So I do have a scar from here to here, and I have some scar here and some like all over my face, like a very faint scar marks because I was in a very bad accident when I was little. So that is from that. Otherwise, this face is mine. My teeth. As I told you guys, I came from a very messed up family, and we had no money. So that meant that no dental visits, right? So by the time I was 18, I had so many cavities because that was the first time ever going to a dentist. Like the first time I went to a dentist with my own money. Like my mom never took us to the dentist because she couldn't afford to. Just to give you guys an idea of how poor I was, we had the electricity turned off practically like every other month because my mom couldn't pay it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I want to get my lid fixed because it sucks to have skin hanging over your lashes. Unless you've been there, you wouldn't understand this annoyance. Like as you get older, if you have hooded eyes, this will affect everyone. You might not have this problem now, but as you get older and older, your lids start getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and for some people you will need to get it fixed. But if you're born with hooded eyes in the first place, like a lot of Asian people are, this problem will start affecting you really early on in life. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, I'll show you guys some of the things that we're doing in Korea while I visit them. I mean, when I'm in Korea, I literally just hang out with my mother and father-in-law, and they're like in their 90s, 80s. So we eat every 2 hours. I gained so much weight. I gained a lot of weight already, but I gained like even more, and I'm there. I'm so bloated because they keep feeding us like crazy. And my father-in-law loves to drive, and we're always lost. A 90-year-old man driving, and he's like tiny. He's so cute. I want to show you guys like the really interesting parts of Korea. But as I said, we're always like with them. Of course, we should be with them because that's the whole point of going there. The bad side of me wants like just go eat junk food because I love Korean junk food. But I don't really get a chance to do that. This here, oh my god. This is so amazing, you guys. What I like about this wave is that it's not like sharp. The corners aren't sharp like a braid. You know how you can braid your hair and you get that wave? This one actually looks like an S wave. So it looks very soft. We'll see what it looks like when it dries. Ow. But I seem to be doing this better when I'm talking. I love fall. Fall is my favorite time of the year, fashion-wise. In summertime, you don't really shop clothes because you don't really wear a lot, right? But I wore the hell out of the H&M sweaters because they did something. The quality has gone like way up. Zara quality has gone down. I don't know if you guys noticed. I bought a couple of like boots, shoes. I tried buying, I returned everything. And the quality just was horrible. It was literally not that Target has bad quality, but they're not expensive either, right? So for Target price, I think it's good. But Zara is charging like $200 for boots, and they are literally Target quality. Oh God, I have a feeling I talk too much, so I'm gonna have to condense all my rambling into something that makes sense. But it's really hard for me to open up. I mean, I'm so introverted, and my experience in my childhood made it even more so because I've always felt like I was going to get attacked while living in that kind of situation. I grew up with just like me being the oldest, my parents never being there, having to take care of my little sister and brother. And when my parents were home, it was always violent, like things were breaking. My dad was chasing me with a knife. Where I'm always like, or I am either getting my ass beat because I'm getting in front of him and my mom, my sister. I'm missing just one roller. Man, I'm going to combine them and use one roller. Aha, you gotta hustle. I'm going to go try to sleep. If I can't sleep, I'm going to just dry with the blow dryer, not hot. Alright, so it's been about 9 hours, and I gotta tell you guys, it was the worst night of my life. I could barely sleep with this plastic all over my head, and I woke up with the imprint of these things on my face, so I definitely don't recommend that you guys do this overnight, but they did produce these beautiful waves, so I do recommend it. However, not while you're sleeping, okay? So, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me today. And if you guys enjoyed today's content, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram so we can always be in touch. I love you guys. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. Bye.